WSBTV Minneapolis.
Hi, I'm Larry Steiner. Welcome to our special one-year anniversary show. I'm happy to be back here with you. There's some changes in my life since the last year, and I'm sure in yours too. Well, for one thing, I've dropped a few pounds. And another thing is the mustache is an obvious new attraction to my features, and well, the girls tell me I look like Tom Selleck. I don't doubt it. But anyhow, today for the special one-year anniversary show, we're going to make our very own hors d'oeuvre snacks. We're going for your basic Cheez-It style snacks and potato chips and Cheetos too. But of course they're not Cheetos and potato chips. They're homemade, good cooking items. So again, as we do each year or each week, whenever we do come on, we will of course use our very own our best knowledge in craft cooking to make these special treats. So let's get in the treats and we'll figure out what we're going to do here. We're going to want to make our snacks on. And of course, before we get into those snacks, we want to show you the finest ingredients that we'll use. Here we have our fresh potatoes, which we dug up this morning from the garden. And we're going to want to use 3 of our cheeses here, that we brought out from the barn too. We got our Swiss and cheddar and Velveeta, medium cheddar cheese. So we'll use those and we'll get going on our snacks. We're going to go for our Cheez-Its and our Cheeto style snacks first. We've got our cheese here, which we've individually wrapped. We'll unwrap that. And remember, always throw your garbage away and recycle. So, anyhow, get this out of the way. And want to lay it flat down on there. And you want to get it spread out. You don't want to put it up to the edges where you're going to get in the way or anything. And so anyhow, we'll go for the cheese style snacks first. So I spoke of the flatness of our cheese. We don't want anything curling up while we bake it. And you're going to have a pretty goofy looking snack there. Okay, now, we want our snack to be authentic, as always. And, notice the Cheez-Its, they're going to have a kind of a ruffled edge around them. It's not perfectly square. Now, if we were to take our, saw or our knife to cut these, we're not going to get that jagged edge. So, for that chisel effect, we're going to have nothing other than our chisel. We'll take our rubber mallet. Now, you can just come right in here, get a closer look at how we're going to do this. And, well, actually, before we do that, we're going to want to draw our square pattern. We don't want any of them off sides. If you look in the box of Cheez-Its, they're all pretty much the same size. So, again, we'll go for our handy tape measure. Always comes in handy when you're making Cheez-Its. So, what Larry did my pencil? I seem to be missing one. Oh, we'll just come over here and get one. Always have pencils around where you can get at them. So we're we're going to go across here and see we got a 3.5 inch there, and we got about 3.5 inch there. So we'll say roughly about 1 3/8 inches for each slice. So we're making one mark there, we're making a mark there, and there. Now, with those marks, we can then go over the chisel. Form, of course, is excellent. Okay, now we can come back in here and look and see. We've got our nice squares all laid out. You're on basic original Cheez-Its. So, come on, have a look. Now, if you notice though, again, that authenticity we want, we're missing something, a very key element. Can you guys name that element? Well, of course, it's the holes in the center. You're probably wondering, how are we going to do that? Well, we got the answers right here. So, we'll take our handy drill, and we'll get right into those center holes. So, right in here. Now, you can get a close-up on this here. See, you basically want to almost go all the way through, just like this, and we get our authentic cheese-it hole. Now, of course, cheeses are salted. Now remember, I've learned in my diet this summer that, and over the past year, we don't want too much salt in our diet, but we do need sodium chloride to be a healthy person. So, take a little bit of our salt, and we'll sprinkle it up. Okay, remember, not too much salt. So, these are just about ready to go in the oven. So, I think we'll get on to those potato chips, everyone's favorite. Remember, we want to put our tools away before we get on to our next snack. So, we're going to keep all of our tools in our proper respective places. You won't lose them, and you won't lose your mind looking for them. So, let's get to those potato chips. Here we have our cooked big up potatoes, Idaho specials, that we grew out in the backyard. And to cut those, you're going to get too clean of a cut if we use our knife. And our scissors just aren't going to be strong enough. So let's go into our drawers here and look for our tabletop. Now, how about nice tools? In order as always. Not much has changed in the set here since the last year I left. Things look pretty good. So, hold on here. No, there we go. We got a nice little saw here. No, come on, let's have a look at the tooth now. You don't want to choose too large a tooth, because you're going to get too big of a cut and that potato just going to roll right off the table. We got a nice little, about an 1/8 inch tooth here, and that's going to work just well for us. So, close these up here. Okay. Now, let's get right into that potato. This first little piece here, well, you might not be able to do this much, it's too thick, but it makes a bad snack. Careful now, you wouldn't want to lose a finger. Okay, I think you got the idea. Now, spread these chips out here. Now, a little bit of salt on those too. And we'll get back to our last cheese snack. Well, let's get to our keto snack. Now, we don't want to use this brand of cheese here. You never know with Cheetos, they're little curly things, so probably don't want to use our saw. It's going to be too thin to strip. So let's just use off the hunk and work with it. It's like a piece of clay. So we'll go back to our chisel now. Of course, we put it away where it went, so you know where it is. Get our handy old chisel out again. And try to take an angle and just go nuts. Kill a guy. So, alright, careful here. Tap it first to get your chisel set in, and then we're going to go for the big whack. No, son of a bitch. Oh. I accidentally tapped it much too well. Oh, well, I apologize. Let's go back again here. Okay, you do be careful this time. Okay, we'll just break that off there. And it's not a perfect function. We don't want it that way. So, just the way we don't want it perfect. That's what I mean to say. So, we'll look at the cheese square here, and we break it up with our hands now. It's small enough to work with. And look at that, you might say, it doesn't look like a Cheeto. But you know what? You're damn right. So, we'll put it between our fingers here and we'll just rub it up like this. It got to be a little firm sometimes. And here we get a closer look at it here. We've got the makings of a Cheeto. Now, take that last piece and do one more. Getting firm and makings of our Cheeto. So, now we've got these already, got the oven already preheated. We'll put these in, let them bake for a while. Meanwhile, we'll go check on Jim again and see how he's done in the last year. What kind of construction work he's done and how he's being cut up. So, we'll see in a few minutes back with the special snack. Wait, hold the door. Hold the door. Well, looks like Jim hasn't changed a bit. Too busy working on his hair getting work done. But I think our snacks are about ready. But I'd just like to say how happy I am to be back here after a full year. Great to be back. So let's check on our profession. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The guests at the 1-year anniversary party, you're going to think we spent a fortune at Costco. So, just like Cheetos. Good. Well, that'll be it for our 1-year anniversary show. Look for me in your video stores. I'll be back around Christmas time. Yeah, just gotta take you through his Robin costume. So often his Robin costume, and it's so awesome to have, but he always felt dumb, so he kind of ruined it. Rob, you look so awesome as this guy, and if you feel like kind of depressed, you don't want to kind of ruin it, because you really do look good. You gotta trust this. That's awesome. And it's funny. I don't know how to do this shit, bro. Well, I know how to do the other guy's shit. You just kind of do it and try your hardest. Yeah, but I don't know what he actually does. But it's saying awesome, because even if you don't know, Rob, show me some quick moves. It's gonna be funny, Rob. Yeah, it's like real slow down. Just look over. Look at it, just pretend to look at it, and we'll watch the animal. What I'm gonna do is every time when I run out of, I'm gonna look over there and I'm gonna try to steal an idea of what he's doing. Yeah. And then when he does it, I'll try to copy it. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of when you're dancing. When you're dancing on the dance floor, you're always trying to look the other way and kind of see a move and you kind of copy me. Yeah. What? No. Look at my side. With this angle. Yeah, exactly. See what this was. Yes, and I kind of let it spin by like this. Which way? This way? Like this way? This way? That way? Yeah. And then see when you this way, turn kind of your left hand. Yeah. Watch. So when you go down, turn your right. Watch. Yeah, cool. Watch. When you go down. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Awesome. And like Martin said, just kind of like when you walk over, kind of like I go. Turn your head. So slow. Turn your head and raise your hand. Just kind of go. I can see how you guys think he looks like him. Oh God. Awesome, bro. You guys awesome. Here goes. Go. Okay.
Running.
Yeah, it's ready.
No?
Wait, God damn it, Darren.